Hello, good evening to all of you. And again, as I'm back with the interview preparation questions. In the last session, like the previously when we started the interview preparation classes and interview preparation questions. So in that, what I did is we have discussed it till, or you can say the before lang package, right? Almost all the interview questions, all the everything we have discussed it. So here, guys, two important things are there if you understand it. What is that two important things which you should understand in this? When we talk about Java, so see, one is the before starting everything. Now we will be discussing the thumbnail of this video, all the questions we will be discussing today till the end of this video, right? So I'll give you one small recap like what we have done in the past and then what we are going to today onwards. Every day same timing 9:30 we all are going to be the live with you, right? So आप सब लोग means just come live here and so that we can, right? So hope so that you are coming. If you are not coming, so guys, now this is the session we have again started it. I hope you are getting everything, audio and all, everything is very clear to you all. There's no problem. So just let me check it out, all these things, like what sort of previews and things which you are getting it. But just guys, 1 second in this. Let me come on this. Fine. So I hope you are getting the audio RSI. Okay. So now guys, in this, let me come to the point here. In Java, interview questions. So one is basics of Java. Basics of Java. For freshers, it is important. This kind of questions could be asked with the freshers. Guys, you can write in the comment box, right? That if any sort of problem is coming, anything is coming, you can please write it in the comment box. So the first is basic questions, which was there till arrays. That also we have already completed. In this playlist itself, these all videos are already available, guys. So you can go through this all the videos. Next thing is, second one is complete oops concept. Complete oops concepts. You can say, so this complete oops concept we have already discussed. Questions on the basis of complete this oops concepts we have already discussed, and in this, if you have any doubts, anything, you can watch the videos given in this playlist, so that if any doubts, any confusion is there, you may get the very clear idea, guys, in that, right? Now next one, the third important point which we are again talking about is, the third one is, now here is the packages. Here from in this season, or in this the one what we have started, in this we will be discussing from particularly this topic, the packages. In packages, the very basic, or you can say the first one which is there, is the java.lang package. Java.lang package. When I talk about java.lang package, so from here, this is a once whenever you are learning the Java, so in order to learn the Java, this is going to be the very important package, you can say. In this, many important classes are there, many important concepts are there, and from here itself, these the classes, as well as you can say the methods of this package, is being used everywhere throughout. Either you go in the collections, you go, or you go into the advanced Java like JDBC, we talk about the servlet, everything, anything, whatever you are studying, in all of that, it is going to be helpful for you, and it gives a really very good concepts in that, guys, right? So we will be again, you can say that we'll be discussing, we will be talking about these all things right here. Okay, so if you would have seen the thumbnail of this video today, that what was the thumbnail and what questions we were about to discuss. So the very first question out of this here is, what is the very first question? That what is lang package? The first question number one is, the question number one here is, what is the lang package, right? So let me start here, guys. First, here I'll just show you that what is lang package. The question number one is, what is lang package? Understand it here. What is lang package? See, first is, in Java, in case of Java, java.lang package, what we are talking about is a default package. If anyone asks you, like, which is the default package, so java.lang, here I'll write once again, java.lang is a default package. Java.lang is the default package. Default package. Audio come karo. Default package, right? Now when I say default package, so what is the meaning of default package? Default package means anything which is available inside this package called as java.lang package, anything which is available inside this package called as java.lang package. So what is available inside this java.lang package? So in this packages, classes are available. Classes are available, right? Now these classes, whatever the classes are available inside this java.lang package, these classes are accessible to everyone, whoever is using Java. This java.lang package, these classes are accessible to everyone, whoever is using it, without importing it. Because see, you would have studied, like, whenever you are trying to use any package, what you are going to do is, you are going to import that package first, right? Sometimes when you are learning the advanced Java, so in that what you have to do is, you are going to have a jar file, and for that jar file you are going to build that jar file in your program, right? So here, guys, what you are going to do is that you are not going to do any, or you are not going to put any extra effort in order to use the classes of this lang package. It is a default package. By default, all these classes which is there will be accessible to you. Whenever you want, you can use it. And when classes are accessible to you, so the methods available inside that classes, you can also access in your program without doing anything. You need not to do anything. Simply you can access that all APIs, you can say, from that here, right? So here again, so I think you are now clear what is the default package. So default is lang is the default package. Java.lang is a default package, and it's a very large package. Inside this, many number of classes are there, but out of all the important classes, there are few very important classes of lang package which I will be writing here. And even before using these all things, you should be having the idea that what all the different classes are available inside this, guys. Say for example, first one, that here, so java.lang dot object class is available. This is one class which is available. Second one is java.lang dot string class. String class is available. So I am writing here the fully qualified names. I am writing here fully qualified name. See, fully qualified class name. So see here, object class, string class. Now string buffer class, string builder class. See, these all are the classes. Here, these all are the classes as such I am talking about. Object, string buffer, string builder, right? And so again I am saying this, what I am writing here is the important classes I am writing, which is commonly we are using every time. Or else inside this number of classes are available, but in this what we are going to discuss is the important classes which is available inside this, right? Now again, that is, you can say third, fourth, and here you see like this. The fifth one is, again you see, java.lang dot. Now you see here, this is one important thing called as byte. This is the byte. Again, short, integer, long, float. Hope you are able to see this. Float, double, boolean. Next one. So see, byte, short, integer, long, float, double, boolean, character. Again, in this itself, what is there next is the how many classes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? These 8 classes which is there, we will be calling it as an, guys, wrapper class. What we will call this one as an wrapper class we are calling. Wrapper class we are calling this one as an, right? So this classes what we are having like byte, short, integer, long, float, double, boolean and character, these all are a wrapper class, guys. These all we will call it as an wrapper class. Now other than this, other than these classes, here we have now runtime class, system class, number we have. These all are the classes which is available inside the which one, java.lang package here, right? So here now whenever you are writing like this inside this case, so again that is the maths also comes into this here. So these all are the classes which is an important classes available inside, where it is available inside the java.lang package, important classes which you are constantly going to use it, knowingly or unknowingly you are going to use this classes, right? Other than that, now in this exception handling, all the classes also comes under this java.lang package itself. So that you should keep it in mind. But anyways, when I was talking about the specific to the question, so now this question now finished here itself, right? So let's move for the another question. What is the another question? The another question is, the next question is here, guys, that why java.lang.object class is super class for all types of classes in Java. Why java.lang.object is the super class for all types of classes in Java. Let's see why object is the super class here. So now here I'll be writing in this. What is that? Say here first, java.lang. object class. See, why first of all it is a, so if you do not know, then I'll tell you one basic concept of this. What is that basic concept? That java.lang.object class is default superclass for all types of classes in Java. So it is the default superclass for all types of classes in Java. Whatever the classes you are writing is it is the default superclass for all types of classes, whatever you are writing in case of Java. Getting it? One second, guys. Fine. Now next one inside this, what is that? Again, I'm going to explain you in this. So let's understand. It is the default superclass for all types of classes in Java. It is the default superclass for all types of classes in Java. Now here, default superclass means what? What is the meaning of default superclass? Default superclass means, since it is a default class, so this class members are available for each of the classes by default. So let's see, guys, what all the different members are available inside this object class. So let's understand one point before that. Object is the java.lang.object is the superclass for all types of classes in Java, right? Why it is superclass? So let's understand why it is superclass. So just here we will understand. Now, in this, guys, what I'm going to explain you here first. Let me open the command prompt to you. Here I'm just opening the command prompt. Here is the command prompt which I have opened here. In this command prompt, guys, the important thing which as such I'm going to explain you in this is, what is that I'm going to explain? That I'll write java p java.lang. Which one now? Object class. This is the object class we are having. This is the object class we are having. So in this object class you will find there are number of methods available here. There are number of methods available in these cases, right? Whenever as such I talk about there are different types of methods which is available. So in the object class, what all methods we are having? Now you see, as of now, at this time, I'm not going what all the different methods are available, but there are some methods which is available inside the object class, right? So what is the concept behind making it as an what? Making it as an default superclass. I'm explaining you what is the concept behind making the object class as an default superclass, right? So see, understand here. So these methods, so see what all these methods are. These methods are in general, if you will say, common utility methods, commonly used methods which is there available inside this. So what they planned is that let's write some of the important methods inside this object class, and anyone, any developer, any class, whenever we are going to do something with that class, in that class these methods will be required at that time. That methods are required in that case, right? And when that methods are required, so without doing anything, these methods are available to you, right? Now, in the object class, the methods which is available, so the logic behind that is, in some cases, if you want, then you can override that method according to your requirement, which means you want to do something. So in case when you want to do something by your own choice, so you can override that method inside your own class, right? I will tell you which all methods we can override and which we cannot override. Even you know that already. Second thing, there are few methods which they have given the fixed implementations, static implementations, which means that you are not allowed to change that implementation of the method. And since you are not allowed to change, so you need to use as it is. So what I mean to say here is, object class is the superclass. In order to make this superclass, the Sun people or the Oracle people have given number of methods inside the object class, which is common utility methods available inside that. And now associated with that methods, so they have given you two choices. Few of the methods they have given the choice, few of the methods they have not given the choice. Few of the methods means the two things here is, the first one, the first choice is you can change implementation of this method according to your requirement. According to your requirement. Second one, you are not allowed to change the method implementation. You are, for few methods you are not allowed to change this. You are not allowed to change this method implementation, right? So that's the reason object class is the superclass, because something by default, some features required in every case, everything, so they have done it by default. Whether you are extending it or not, by default it is going to be the superclass for your class, whatever. Let's say if I'll write here one class A, just here look at this. If in case, suppose I am writing one class here, a very simple class I am writing, A I am writing, fine. So if I am writing a class A, here, one class which I am writing A, so for this class A, which is the superclass? Object is the superclass by default, but obvious that object is the superclass. Object class is the superclass. Object is the superclass. By default, it is the superclass. One more question may come here, that can we extend object class explicitly? One question we may ask, that can we extend object class explicitly or not? Explicitly in the sense is, what here I am saying, that we have written a class, simply class A we have written, right? So for this class A, by default object is the superclass, whether you are extending it or not. Is it okay? Now the question is, suppose here I'll just write that, let's say I'll write a class A. So can this class A extends the object class? Can we write like this explicitly or not? Can we do this or not? Can we write it or not? Getting it? So yes, you can write, there is no problem, but no meaning of writing here the extends keyword. No use of, no benefit of writing this one as an extends. Even if you write or not, that is not going to change any meaning of this. Whether you write it, well and good. If you do not write, then also it is going to be the superclass of that corresponding one what you are writing. Is it that okay? Now next one inside this, guys, we will see the another thing inside this here, right? So okay, one more question, and being a beginner, some of you, those who are watching, those who are just a beginner, then you may get one question like this. What is that question? Let's say you write a class A. I am writing a class A. Can we? Yes. Now I'll write a class B. So B extends A. B extends A. B extends A. Guys, in this series, the what we have started today, Make sure that complete core Java and upcoming advanced Java starts Spring Hibernate. I will try from myself that I will complete all these interview questions. So please now, today onwards, uh, be regular with this and we will enjoy really with all these classes right here. So B extends, what is that? A. B extends, what is that? A. Is that okay? B is extending. What is that B is extending now? A. So question is that for the class B, object is also a superclass or not? Reply me in the chat box, guys. Is that for class B, object is the, now also object is the superclass? Yes or no? Mobile. Is that the object class is now also by default superclass for all these classes or not? Okay. Anyways, inside this case. So here now, see, yes, object is now superclass for this B also, but not the direct superclass. For A, object class is direct superclass. Direct superclass, right? It is. But for B, yes, it is the object is the superclass for this. Object is superclass for B, but indirect. Indirectly, it is the superclass for this. Not the directly, it is the superclass for this. Hope you got your answers. Even if you have any questions, any doubts, please write it here, guys. Now, next question is, the question here is what? The question what we have is the two important methods. What is the two important methods? What is toString method and equals method? I'll write it. The question is, see here, understand that. I'm writing. Question here is, what is toString and second one is the hash code. These both are what? Method in object class. These both are the method inside the object class. Fine. So now I'll just show you. One is the object class we are having. Second one what we are having is the toString method. So in object class we have these two things here. What is these two things we are having? One, what we have is the object class, and the second one what we are having is the object class. Inside that methods are, one is the toString method. See, there are number of methods, but here at this time we are talking about one is the toString method. Hope you are able to see this clearly. Second method is your equals method, guys. Second one is what? Equals method. So one is the toString and second one is the equals method, right? So let's understand, guys, here first. I'll give you one quick, understand one thing here, that just by seeing the line of code, just by seeing the code, how will you understand that what is this method is first? So we need to understand one thing from here. Let's see, what is the return type of this method? It's a boolean. It's a boolean. Boolean is the return type of this method, right? Next one, equals method parameter is the object, java.lang object. Okay, and it is public. It means there are number of possibilities with this. So I'll do one thing, guys, here. I'll just copy this. What is that? I'll just do one thing. I'll copy this equals here. I'll write it. And second thing which what I'm going to do here is, one second, it's a toString method. So here I have written the one is which one now? Equals method. Second one is the toString method, right? So one thing is very clear with this. Okay, without analyzing the signature, I'll tell you one thing. Equals method is used to compare two objects on the basis of its references. It compares two objects on the basis of its references. When I'm saying references, many of you may say that it compare contents. No, it depends now. So say here I'll do one thing. I'll just write one small logic. I'll just write one small code for this, guys. Understand here what I am explaining to you. Suppose here, well, I'll write one class. The class is something called as the student I am writing. Fine. And in this student class, what I want to do here now is I want to write here something called as the int of SID and string of name. I am going to write two things, two important members I am writing. Only these two types I am writing, guys. Only these basic two types I am writing here. Well, now when I am writing these two things, so well, let me write one constructor for this, one default constructor. I can write it here, and one inside this case. Here's the two parameters. See, I'm just writing these examples to explain you guys that what it is, how exactly it is going to work in these cases here, right? So now I'll be writing the parameterized constructors. Well, in this, when I'm writing the parameterized constructors, so we will understand that what is the use of parameterized constructor and how it is getting, how it is being processed. Right, it is okay. So here let's understand here. I'll write here int of SID, string of name. Here these two things I am writing. So this dot SID is equal to SID I am writing, and this dot name is equal to name I am writing. These two important things which we are having. Done it is now. So see, I'll do one thing here, guys. Here void of show one method I am just writing, or else no need to even write this method. At this time I am not writing any sort of method and anything. What I'll do here is, if here I'll create the object of S1 is equal to new student I am doing. What is that? Here is the student S1 is equal to new student. So inside this now 101, maybe the name here I'll write that is the JTC. Okay, only these two things, these two parameters which I have written here. Well, and one more I am writing, one more object as I am creating, and this is what I have written inside this. So let's understand here the S1 as well as the S2C. Guys, these questions which I am discussing again from the prospect of interview, very, very, very important questions, right? So you should again focus on all these things. So two objects as such I have, guys, created. Well, two objects where as such I have created into this case, right? And I have created these two objects, and inside this one more object I am trying to create here. It's let me write here as 3, and inside this I'll write, suppose here some of the changes I am doing. So here I'll write something JTC Noida here. So Noida I have something written here, right? These two objects. So the number one point is I am doing very, very simple things. The simple thing is that if in case I am writing here, I am printing S1. Can you guys assume what it is going to print? I am printing simple S1. I'm printing here simple S1. I'm printing very simple S1 I'm trying to print. So when at this time when I'm trying to print only, what is that I'm going to print? S1 when I'm printing, whenever as such I'm printing the S1. So what it is going to print? Can you write it in the comment box? In this now, here, I'll print it in this case. See what it is giving. Something it is giving, some information it is giving. So the information what it is giving here is, understand one thing, that this is a hash code in the form of hexadecimal representation. Hash code in the form of hexadecimal representation. So what we have to do, guys, here, so in case itself, I'll do one thing, one more question. See, there are many questions associated with that, but I'm getting very stuck to the question itself, because or else I'll divert somewhere on some other questions. So now I have written what I have written now, guys. Here, see that, understand that here I have written s1.toString I have written here. Is it okay? So when I am writing s1.toString, so what is this exactly going to do in this, right? So we need to again understand this, that what exactly it is trying to do here. So here now I am running again. See, it is printing, both our things are printing same thing. So it is giving one clear meaning, that whenever you are printing like this sort of things, whenever you are doing something like this, what internally it is doing? Internally it is calling the toString method. Internally it is calling the toString method. So if I will ask you, what is the toString method? If I'll ask you toString method, so very simple, one quick definition about the toString method, purpose of toString method, I'll tell you here itself. toString method is used to provide the information about that corresponding object. Is used to provide some information about that object, right? Now two choices they have given to you. What is that two choices they have given? See, what is the default implementation of toString method, and what sort of by default implementation they have given, and what sort of informations they are trying to give to you. So understand here now, you are here writing public string of toString, and here some parameters you have given, object is the parameter. Now, so what implementation is there? Return now this dot get class dot get name, getting it, plus concatenation @ plus here you understand it, integer dot to hex string. One method is there inside the integer class, wrapper class, and here it is calling the HashCode method. Here it is calling, right? It is. So due to that, this is the default implementation, right? Now it depends like what sort of HashCode method. So again, I'm not going to talk about HashCode, because again that is my different question, right? So as of now, this, now they have given another choice, that guys, what you want is, you don't want this implementation, you want to get some other information about the class, then override it, then override this method. Which method? This toString method, override it in your class. And what implementation you are trying to show it, override it and get your implementation, whatever you want of your choice implementations, you can get it here, right? So I'll show you to write it in this case. So here now, what I'm doing is that I'll write here the public toString method I'm writing, and inside this now object of O as an parameter I have written. Fine. Sorry, it is not the object of O. Sorry, this was not the parameter. Here I'll write string. Right, now this is, now I'm overriding it. So what I want to override now? Maybe I don't want the default implementation. I want implementation which I want, right? So in that SID plus of what I want to do now, SID I have written plus inside this now name plus here is the name I have given into this. This is, now you see here, now you see what S1 is giving, what S1 is printing, is it? What S1 is printing, and see the time when you are not calling, if I will print again here the S3, so see whether it is, so what it is giving, toString method you have overridden it, so what it is giving? It is giving information or data. So your choice you have overridden in your class by writing your own logic that no, I want the data, that what is the content of that corresponding object. So the content of that corresponding object, it is showing to you, it is displaying it to you. Did you got it? Now when I say equals method, so see, it's very simple thing guys. Equals methods are there in the object class. It is there in the object class. It is there in the object class, right? So since it is there in the object class, so I want to see what can we do with this. So I'll do one thing. See, first is I'm showing you a step, very simple way. Even if you don't know how to use this, you can start using it. Boolean is the return type, which means that it will return the Boolean value. So I'll write here the Boolean, suppose bn I have written. Now this is available inside the object class, which means super class of student class. So can I call s1 dot equals of, and now object, so here I can pass s2. That is what I'm doing, right? When I'm doing like this, so let's see what it is printing, bn. We will understand what it is printing now. Now it is printing something, you see, false it is giving. So why it is giving the false? Understand it here. Why it is giving the false? In object class, equals method has been overridden to compare two objects on the basis of its reference. Here what I said, if you want to see here s1 is equal to s2, you write it here. You see this is also going to give the false. Is it okay? But meanwhile, if I'll write here, either I'm writing s1 is equal to s3 if I'm writing, then also it is going to give the false, right? So this is comparing on the basis of reference. No two objects are going to have the same reference, right? Okay. Now another point in this, that no, what I want is they have given an option. Again, by seeing the signature, I can say that object class has given you one more choice, one more option. What option they have given? The option what they have given is that according to your requirement, you can override equals method in your program. In your program, you can override this equals method. For what? It is your choice. For what means it is your choice. What sort of implementation you can give? It is your choice, which means that I may override equals method to compare content of two objects. Yes, write your own logic. You can write the implementation inside this, and that you can do it here, right? We can do it in these cases. That implementation we can write it inside this case. That no, now we can write the equals method, and that we can do it here. We can write the logic so that it will compare the content of two equals method, right? It is so in like upcoming examples, I'll write one more example, and here itself if you want, so what you can write is equals method, you can write it to compare the content of two objects. So I'll explain, what I'm explaining is how equals methods are going to compare the content. How equals method is going to compare the content. So for that there is a choice. For that there is a choice. The choice is when you override it as per your requirement. So what I'll do now here is I'll write here public, here I'll write boolean, public boolean. Boolean is the return type of that. The same signature you need to use it here, and here equals method of object of O I'm doing here. This is one. Here I'm doing right now. Student of S1 is equal to O I am writing. Understand it here, guys. And student I am overriding it. This is what I have done. Fine. Now in this case here I'll write if S1 dot SID is equal to this dot SID and logical AND which I am using, S1 dot name dot equals of this dot name. This is one logic, guys, which I have used it inside this. So it returns, if it is there, true, else it is going to return the false. This is one very, very important thing. Now where I have done some mistake, take it out. Okay. One second. Yeah, here I can use this, no issues. Fine. So here I have used it now. Now you see here in this same S1 dot equals S2. I'll write in the last, no need to get confused. S1 dot equals of S2 I am writing. Here you can check out last one. Is it giving the true? Previously it was giving the false. Now it is giving the true. Now why? Because the content of S1 and S2 is the same. Meanwhile, I'll do one more thing. What is that? S1 dot equals of S3 I am writing. Both content is not same. S1 and S2 content is not same. And since it is not same, so you see it is giving the false. Is it okay? Now, any questions, guys, in this? If you are getting, you can please ask. Any doubts, any questions? If you are getting, you are most welcome. You can ask, guys. आप लोग इसको वीडियो को लाइक भी कर दो यार, है ना? थोड़ा लाइक कर दो, शेयर कर दो अपने फेसबुक पे, एंड जहाँ जहाँ पे भी है आप थोड़ा सा तो शेयर कर सकते हो सब लोग. आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट्स? ओके. एंड जितने लोग एटलीस्ट देख रहे हैं सब लोग हाई एक बार कर दीजिए इसमें, so that हमें भी पता चले कि आप सब लोग देख रहे हैं. ठीक है? ओके. अब आता है नेक्स्ट हैश कोड. What is now hash code? What is the implementation of hash code and how we are going to check it out on the basis of hash. मैं आपको थोड़ा सा बता दूं फर्स्ट. अगेन ध्यान दो. Hash code is what? It's a method. The hash code what we are using is a method. ध्यान से देखो आप. Hash code is a method. Hash code is a method. Where it is available, hash code? Hash code is a, guys, method we have one method called as HashCode is a method. It is returning int, right? So ध्यान से सुनना. For every object, whatever objects you are creating, for that object one HashCode will be created. For that object one HashCode will be created. And that HashCode will be used internally by the JVM to identify that object uniquely. So the HashCode method available inside object class is to generate the HashCode for each of the objects uniquely. But yet they have given one choice that if you want, you can override that HashCode method inside your class by writing your own logic. Means if you have some better way, if you have some better understanding, if you have some better algorithm to write the hash implementation of HashCode, so that you can do inside your class. And once you are doing that inside your class, that is one again very important thing, right? So you want to write the implementation, you can write it, right? And when I'm saying uniquely, the unique HashCode will be generated. So object class implementation is going to generate the unique HashCode, but it is always not necessary that even if you are overriding the HashCode method, it is going to generate the different HashCode itself. It depends again on your logic. There are the many cases where two objects could be having the same HashCode, many scenarios, even if you can override it like that, right? So I'll just show you guys that is in a basic way that how it is and how it is going to work in that way. Let's अच्छे से थोड़ा बहुत कुछ क्लियरिटी मिल रही है ना? तो क्लियरिटी मिल रही है तो आप बता दो, और थोड़ा सा यार वीडियो को लाइक वाइक कर दो आप, है ना, शेयर वेयर कर दो, और जो लोग सब्सक्राइब नहीं किए सब्सक्राइब. What is that? That if in case we do something here, so what is that? देखो इसी एग्जांपल में हम लोग देखते हैं, चाहे जैसे जितने भी ऑब्जेक्ट्स. तो हमने क्या किया, s1 डॉट HashCode मैंने कॉल कर दिया. When I am doing HashCode, so see it is giving something guys. ये प्रिंट करेगा कुछ, ये कुछ तो प्रिंट कर दिया HashCode, ठीक है. चलो अभी देखते हैं क्या है ये. फिर से अगर हमने s2 डॉट HashCode किया, ये भी कुछ. और एक बात ध्यान रखना, ये HashCode का बहुत HashCode और इक्वल्स मेथड का तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है. वी विल बी अगेन डिस्कसिंग इन द केस ऑफ कलेक्शंस लाइक हाउ HashCode एंड इक्वल्स मेथड आर वर्किंग टुगेदर, राइट. अब देखो ये, और हाँ अगर आपको इसमें और चाहिए, देखो ध्यान में दिखा रहा हूं आपको अभी फिलहाल में, यहां पे मैं एक कॉन्सेप्ट ऐसे दिखा रहा हूं, दैट s3 डॉट HashCode मैंने लिख दिया यहां पे. So when I am doing s3 dot HashCode, so again we got something here. We got here some things, few things we have got it here in this, right? So whenever we are getting here some things, so okay, now we got. Now what I want again, you would have observed that each one of them are having the unique HashCode, right? Now what I'll do now, I wanted to override the HashCode. So what you can do, public int HashCode. Here in this now HashCode, what do you want to, what I want to, I'm writing a simple return 99. I'm writing, I'm not writing anything else guys. HashCode simple return 99. Now you see the each object what was giving the unique HashCode. Now if I'll run this program, you see everyone is giving the 99, right? So again guys, that's what I'm trying to explain you, that it is completely your implementation. It is completely going to be your choice. It is completely going to be your implementation, that what exactly you wanted to write inside that, what sort of implementation you are going to write it inside that, right? So depends that how HashCode is going to react, how HashCode is going to work. These all things depends on that, right? More about that again, some other questions will come related to the HashCode, so in that we will be explaining here, right? So guys, one important thing is that कल से फिर कल हम लोग इसी टाइम पे 9:30 को आएंगे, बाकी के क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करेंगे। और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात कि अभी हम लोगों ने इस बार वी हैव यूज्ड इट इन अ डिफरेंट टेक्निक टू डू द लाइव। डिफरेंट टेक्निक मीन्स initially itself we have created the thumbnail with questions, that what all questions we are going to discuss in today's class, right? So what you can do, you can click on the reminder button of that thumbnail. आप अगर ओपन करोगे तो आपके इवेंट पहले से ही है, ऑलरेडी 4-5 क्लासेस के इवेंट्स पहले से ही शेड्यूल्ड है, राइट? सो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज यू कैन क्लिक ऑन द रिमाइंडर और उस क्वेश्चन से रिलेटेड जो क्वेश्चंस आपको दिख रहा है आप मैक्सिमम पढ़ के आओ उससे। आफ्टर रीडिंग ऑल दैट, what happens is, now when you are having any doubt in that, so write in the comment box guys. I will be replying to that comments also, I'll be replying to that questions also in that. उससे क्या होगा कि आपको और इसका बेनिफिट मिलेगा, बिकॉज ये बहुत ही एफर्ट किया जा रहा है 9:30 to 10:30 every day apart from Saturday and Sunday. So it is a very 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 challenging task. I'm not saying doing itself is a, but night 9:30 to 10:30 doing is a very challenging task, right? So hope you will understand it and you all will actively participate inside this. Okay guys, so thank you, see you tomorrow. Good night to all of you. Thank you.